What's up, guys? Welcome to Solecast, the show where we talk about everything culture, sneakers, and streetwear. As you guys already know, we have Eden.
What's up?
And today we have a special guest with us. Bro, let them know who you are.
Okay, so for people who don't know me, my name is Steven. I work at the Laboratory. Shout out to you guys, for having me on the show, bro. We finally collab.
Absolutely.
Yeah, these are the homies, so it was good that we finally, collaborated on both sides.
Yeah, no, for sure. So, Steven, a little bit of background as to how you started with the lab and how it,
I've been with the lab, I want to say, what is it, like 3 years now?
Yeah.
Yeah, getting close to 3 years. Honestly, bro, I just made the relationship with them by just buying and selling, I was out here like people are nowadays, just on the streets, like with, like reselling wise, you feel me? Like Facebook markets, sneaker cons, Kicks 101s, back in the day, Kickspos, I was at all that, just,
Definitely.
just a hobby, collector before reseller, but, reselling just kind of tied in eventually. Yeah.
It paved the way,
Definitely, for sure. Yeah.
You said that you used to work at North Park?
Yeah, I did. I actually worked for Nike, I want to say before Laboratory, like 2 years with them, or was getting close to 2 years. But of course, Landon, the boss, the owner of the Laboratory, gave me an opportunity at the lab. So I took it and been with them ever since, man.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's like your duties, you would say, like, or what is your job consist of over at the lab?
I'm going to be real. My job is mainly to be the buyer. Basically, any product goes through me, gets authenticated by me, and all the good stuff you see that, we got at the shop, it goes through me. It's really only me, Landon, and the other homie, Luke, that do the buying. But I would say I'm definitely there, the guy that's there like most of the time, for sure.
Okay.
Yeah. And of course, salesman, as always, any way I can help anybody that pulls up, that's just my job.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Also spokesman, I would say. We
forgot all about the YouTube shit. Yeah.
So I was gonna touch up a little bit on that. We see you a lot on like the lab, like videos and stuff like that, the YouTube, everything. It seems like you've kind of like presented yourself as the spokesperson for the lab in general.
Yeah, I'm gonna be real with you, man. It's funny because I would always think of myself as like camera shy, or just I really not like a very communicative person, but working in retail definitely brought that side out of me.
Yeah.
And I enjoyed it a lot. And honestly, I was always the one at lab that would be like, I'm down, like I don't care, like, so when they would be like, you want to try out the YouTube shit, I was like, yeah, let's do it. Why not? And it kind of just took a roll through that. And definitely, I mean, I met a lot of people, a lot of relationships through it, which I'm honestly really grateful for, because you really do get to meet a lot of cool people and just build relationships with people. And that's kind of like what I look forward to more about it. It's not really the content. It's more about just people that you really get to meet, just because that's what I enjoy. You feel me?
So you basically just got put in to just do it?
Yeah.
Other people didn't want to do the video? or
I'm not going to say they didn't want to. They also felt like I would be the best for it, just because before I was the buyer, I was, like I said, retail. I mean, I knew the product, like the back of my hand.
Yeah.
So it was bound to be that I was going to be the guy that was going to be buying, but it took time. I had to kind of show them that I was like, hey, I can do this, And I've always been that, I've never been the type to be like, hey, I'm going to do one thing and just stick to one thing. I love expanding. I love learning. I would say that's one of the main things that I love, is to learn new things. Anybody that can put me on a new, like anything new that I didn't know, like, man, I appreciate them. Like, it's just, you can learn so much and, be put on to so much. It's like really infinite. And I think that's kind of like what keeps me going. It's just,
No, how would you say, like, being in the sneaker industry, being at working at a shop with, y'all's popular brand, the Laboratory, how would you say it's like affected your life in, like, for the good, like in a sense of everything that you've gone through,
the networking and all that?
Like I said, man, it's about relationships, man. Like me, I graduated from high school, but I dropped out of college. You feel me? Like, so anybody that knows that drops out of college, you got to work a little harder than the college kids, right? So I would just say it definitely really just like opened up a lot of doors for me, just being able to, like I said, build relationships, a lot of opportunities, still a lot of, like I said, growth in it. Really, I joined Lab because I saw the potential that it had. And when I was at Nike, I just felt like I wasn't getting that growth that I wanted. You feel me?
Yeah,
like,
you're just kind of stuck in
I did everything that they required me to do, as far as like what goes by the book, but anytime I would speak to them on like, hey, how could I move up, or not necessarily in sales, but just anywhere like on Nike, you feel
like
me?
On the Nike portion.
Yeah,
of side,
exactly.
Like,
And it just kind of felt restricted. They would just be like, oh no, you're just a salesman. You feel me? That's all you are. And I'm sure it's probably different now, you know, because a lot of people, I guess, would feel like that. And a lot of people would kind of just, you know, talk to like HR about it or some shit. I was never like that. I was like, nah, I don't see potential. I'm not going to be in it, you know?
Yeah.
But with a Laboratory, you know, they just opened up in Dallas. I already knew about them from Oklahoma. They started in Oklahoma in 2016. But when I saw they were coming out here, I was like, cool, you know, let me go network with them. And all it really was I just went up there and asked if they were hiring and kind of made myself let them know who I was. I showed them interest in the job.
Yeah.
And I would say that's key to anything. You feel me? A lot of people nowadays would be like, oh, I just apply online.
Yeah.
But if you really want something, go get it. Like, you feel me?
Just
like,
be like, I'm a reseller or something.
Yeah. I didn't even, yeah.
Actually, and also too, like these sneaker shops, they're all like obviously family owned, or like it's always that one that creates it and stuff like that. And I feel like things of that nature are like more room for growth and better relationships, rather than like, you know, working retail. No disrespect to like Foot Locker, Nike, all those guys, but like there's never really a path for growth.
Exactly.
They keep you where they want you to be for as long as they can, until you get upset and they'll just say we can replace you. But rather than, you know, like you said, building the relationships, it's hard to replace you as a buyer. You'd be like, we need somebody else who could do his job. It's not just anybody that knows the market like the back of their hand.
Exactly.
And that could do all the jobs that you're able to do at the lab. And so, you know, myself being here at SOLEPLIER, I felt like there was a lot of room for growth and that we could still grow. And then us, you know, being able to do this podcast and then, you know, continue to grow with all the other sneakerheads in the community and the other sneaker shop owners and stuff like that. So it's just like really dope to hear that from your end, you know?
Yeah, no, definitely, bro. That's the point to me, man. You know, it's like to help anybody that's in that same position as you grow. You feel me? Like, I feel like people always see shops as like clashing heads, you feel me? But it's never really like that. You know, it's always like, hey, if I don't have a product, check them out. You know, they might have it, you know, or check them out. Either way, just, you know, it's another shop in the area. You know, at the end of the day, all of us came, we don't come from like Nike, or don't get me wrong, Nike started somewhere, right? But they're already a huge corporation. You know, for us, it's harder to just kind of like grow as a brand, especially now. It's so competitive. You feel me? It's competition everywhere. Cheaper prices are everywhere, even from like local resellers now. So for a shop, nowadays to be able to like still hold its ground, it's definitely very competitive. And the only thing that I would say will push you is your customer service and your relationships with people. You feel me?
Definitely getting those sales out there and stuff like that. And like you said, that everybody thinks that we clash and stuff like that, but you still got your Walmarts and Targets. They sell the same material.
Exactly.
And people just be like, well, this was closer, this was that.
I prefer
right across
across the street.
Exactly. It's all convenience. You feel me? Like any way that we could help the consumer is, you know, why we're here. You feel me? We just hope that, you know, to grow, you feel me? Like we all just want to, at the end of the day, I think that's what all the shop owners want, is to be able to expand. You feel me? Like provide the product that you can't find anywhere, everywhere. You feel me? Like provide it to everybody that doesn't get access to it. And, you know, I love seeing the growth in Dallas. You feel me? Like, especially like people that grew up here, like, you know, back then we only had eBay, Facebook markets, or every now and then there'll be sneaker events like Kickspo, Kicks 101.
Kicks 101.
Yeah, those would be the only ones. There was no sneaker con in Dallas because there was no scene in Dallas. You feel me?
Definitely.
There was like no way, like there's no sneakerheads in Dallas, but there was. And, you know, that's kind of how I met, you know, Habreb.
Yeah.
You feel me? Like was through just sneaker markets, just because it's a big market, but small group of people.
Yeah, it was like if you know type of.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, like I've always said it, you know, like, and it's so funny, like how I'm really friends with like everybody that like it's either has a shop, and now like it's just cool to see like people that we grew up with in those markets already having their own shops, and it's just like wow, like the guys that were like holding it down back then are now finally be able to have a platform.
Yeah,
you know,
they're doing what they love. Like they kept the hobby true, and like you know they decided to kind of make the hobby their main
go-to.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so it just shows that the people in Dallas stay true to themselves, and they never gave up on that hope. You feel me? Like that's what it is. That's what it's about. You feel me? It's to not give up. And if you really, I know it sounds like fucking cliche, but like if you really want something, like do it. Like like you'd be surprised like the opportunity. Yeah.
Touching up on what he was saying, like about the Foot Locker thing, about like you working at Nike and you not being able to get like, just expand.
Right.
I kind of see it now that we just like took a trip back from Orlando. I see now that like the local spots or just working locally, you kind of have more opportunities to, just kind of go out and do things. It's not like, you're going to Foot Locker and working there and like being able to do stuff like, oh, let me film a video for the, obviously, because it's like a corporate job.
Corporate
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like you kind of have more opportunities to be able to just network in general. Because if a player or anyone comes in or anyone, you basically talk to them one-on-one. But yeah, if you worked at Foot Locker, then like you're just there as a salesman.
Exactly.
Like here, it's like you're kind of more an advisor. Oh, okay, let me get your number or something. Like if you go at Nike, you're not gonna be passing out phone number unless you're actually like engaging with them. But
yeah, 100%, man. Like I said, especially at these, it's not a corporation, right? What's the main thing a corporation always tells you at a job? You can't have your phone anywhere. Yeah. No way. You want a picture of the celebrity? No way. It's not happening, right?
Yeah.
Unless you're on break or lunch. Us just having that one. All the business nowadays is going to be done on social media. 100%. If you don't have social media, if your brand doesn't have social media, get social media. Like that's the only way I think it's going to be pushed up nowadays because people's attention spans are all on their phone now.
Yeah.
It's just what it is, So that's like a key to that. And the networking part too, like, hey, you need this shoe, I'll find it for you. Give me your Instagram, give me your number. Whatever.
Yeah.
You're not doing that at working at Foot Locker or Nike. I mean, like it's just right there. You leave and you never see them again.
Foot Locker's gonna have it regardless. You feel me? Like they're not worried about a salesman. And like I said, you can get put on to a lot of people. Like one thing I always say too, like just working in retail so long, you'll never know who you meet. Like you'll think it's just like a random guy, and then he's like, oh yeah, I happen to be like the owner of the fucking Mavericks.
Yeah, it could literally be on a slow day. Literally, they just walk in.
Yeah, so that's why I always say, anybody you meet, like just greet them at 100%. Like how you would greet anybody. How you would want to be greeted. To say it like that, just because, like I said, the opportunities are endless. You feel me? Like anybody could be in there, and just you being like, let's say that guy was having a really bad day, but you being just a genuine person with him, you can switch his whole mood up.
Definitely.
Yeah. You build a relationship with him, and he can open doors for you. He or she can open doors for you that you would never had access to. You feel me?
Yeah.
So, I mean, you guys know. You guys are in the business. You know what I mean?
Definitely. Like, I'd say I've met people I never thought I would meet or contacted or been on trips I've never thought I would be invited to and stuff like that.
Exactly.
So it's a cool experience, and how we were talking about like the Nike and stuff like that. You notice that there's a lot of people who obviously still resell shoes on the side who don't like to be on camera because obviously those head corporations are watching them. And they're scared to do their job on the side, which reselling sneakers is just like, it's more out of the culture,
right?
Obviously, because we got into shoes to collect the shoes, not to resell the shoes. But it is a good money making business,
of course.
And for those guys, those employees, and stuff like that, to be scared out of their minds just to be seen on camera to lose their jobs, it sucks.
Yeah,
and so it just these corporations and stuff like that, like they say at the end of the day that they care about them, but in reality, everybody's replaceable in their eyes.
Yeah, they I feel like they limit people so much. You feel me? Like. Yeah, like the resale shit is, I get it, why Nike doesn't like it or why they don't want it. But you feel me? Like, then again, you're only paying, let's say employees, like, let's say you pay a minimum wage.
Yeah.
Who's making a living off that? You feel me? Like,
exactly.
Yeah, so.
And Nike's already getting their retail for their products.
Exactly.
It's just the aftermarket that everybody's making that profit, but they're still getting their pay at the end of the day.
Yeah. No, like Nike, Adidas, like all these corporations, like they don't pay shit for what they make,
Yeah.
Exactly.
So, and they sell it for way higher, but as soon as we try to do that, they're like, no way. Like, hold on.
Exactly. Only we can.
But I get it. I get it on their business standpoint, but I respect everybody I respect resellers. Like, a lot of people hate resellers. They say they ruin the game.
Yeah.
But honestly, if you hate that, like if you really try to get the shoe, you'll get it.
Exactly.
Like I feel like the people who don't try are the main ones to complain.
Yeah.
You feel me? They'll be like, nah, like I lost to all these resellers and shit. Like, bro, we were camping out outside like for shoes we wanted. Like if you really wanted that shoe, you were gonna get it. Like that's all it was. There's so many raffle entries nowadays. People talk about backdoor this, backdoor that. Like, cool. Like that's the new norm. You feel me? Everybody backdoors, bro. Like I don't care what they say. Everybody backdoors. All the retailers for sure. And nowadays it's just a game. You have to pay to play, bro. Like that's just what it is. You feel me? It's so saturated. But the good thing about it, since it's so saturated, you're gonna find it. if not cheaper, or for retail eventually, unless it's like a fucking banger, like
definitely.
you know, like a Lost and Found, like a Chicago, you know, that like that shoe, so many pairs, but it's a Chicago. You feel me? Like remember back then, bro? We were like, damn, you got a Chicago,
exactly,
like it's still a flex to me, you know. And I knew that was going to be one shoe that like was not going to break, just because you can make 1 million of those pairs. There's going to be another 1 million of people that don't have it and that want it. You feel me?
So like pandas.
Yep.
Literally, people still complain that they can't get them, and they restock every week. Almost.
Every week, yeah. You can go into some Nikes and they'll have them sitting.
And people still complain that they're paying these prices, but I'm like, bro, if you don't wake up early, if you don't go to the outlet, you ain't gonna get your pair.
People are now. I just feel like people now just want everything like handed to them almost. You feel me? Exactly. And that's kind of what that generation is. You feel me? Like it's just like we're so used to like everything being on our hand, like our phone. You know, literally, your world is in your hand, right, on your phone. So you want everything to be convenient. Like, oh, I never hit on sneakers. Damn, I never hit on sneakers, but there's like 10 stores here in Dallas that are doing raffles for it, but did you sign up? No, right? No. Because you were just wanting the sneakers dub, but you could have got it for retail. And the day of, you could have had it the day it released, but just because you didn't put in that work, you feel me, you didn't get it.
And you could even get lucky sometimes if somebody don't even pick up their pair.
Exactly, exactly. There's so many opportunities to get it for retail. It just, you really got to put in the work. I know a lot of people might not have that time. You feel me? Like they have to depend on sneakers. Then I will get it. Like, okay, like, you know, you only have time to be on sneaker school. But honestly, like, you know, the only way to get it, like to actually try is if you try. You feel me? Like if you really try.
Like you said, if you really want that shoe, you'll get it.
Yeah.
You'll get
Especially if it's like something like a release, like a general release. If it's like a exclusive, like a collab, you know, I get it. Like, good luck. Like, you know, you should already just know that you're not going to get that. Exactly. You know, that's kind of how I am. I'm like, oh, another Travis Scott's coming out. I'm not going to get it for retail. Like, you know, but thankfully we have shops now, like, you know, SOLEPLIER Lab, all the homies, you know, like PCH, Knowledge. I can name a bunch more, Jump Shot, whatever. Thankfully now you have them. So when they get it, a lot of them now provide like trades, store credit. I know like we do, you know, SOLEPLIER does too. So really, let's say you have like 3 pairs of shoes you don't wear anymore and you really want this shoe, you know, you have more resources now to, you know, make it a lot cheaper for you. You feel me? So
definitely.
I think that's the perk with us. You feel me? Like just, you know, having that.
As me being obviously sneaker shop owner, bro, I know like you obviously running the store and everything. How do you feel like right now it's like the space is right now as far as like sneakers?
The market? Like
well, not even market, just
the shoes in general?
Just shoes in general. Like like, you know, obviously we were talking about how it was different back then and now it's like completely different. Right. You know, like obviously sneakers are at its biggest time.
Of course.
Or right now, as market wise, it's low. But I'm just talking about like the popularity of it. It's like really big right now.
I'll say we're at our peak as far as popularity goes. I feel like we're already at the top. Like, I feel like if you don't know about shoes, you definitely know about, you've seen a shoe that you like that, you know, a SNEAKERHEAD had or something. I definitely will say it's a real bad time for resellers. I'll say like maybe local resellers in that just because local resellers, honestly, it's so competitive, man. Like I'm in those Facebook markets, you know, I'm in those Discords, you feel me? Like there's always that one guy that's willing to, you know, take it for a lot cheaper than what the other guy has. And it sucks just because, like I said, it's so saturated. I will say, though, it's a great time to buy, like for collecting purposes. Like if you wanted a grail that you can never acquire, now is the time to get it. I'll say now is the time to get it because stuff is so low. And a lot of people nowadays are just like willing to take a cheaper, you know, price. And like, hate to say it, but it is like a recession. You feel me? Like, you know, like I know people are like, oh, we're heading to that. But if you're in the market, you're seeing it firsthand. You feel me? Like, you know, we get a lot of people that just need some money, you know, so anytime we can, you know, provide or, you know, give them some sort of help, you know, we'll be gladly to help. But I would definitely say the market has slowed down. You see a lot of the same stuff everywhere. I feel like it's just corporations just pushing out more now.
Yeah, it's overwhelming right now. I feel like for me, I can definitely like speak on it. And obviously you too and everyone that like works at a sneaker shop can say that popularity is the biggest because we're seeing the sales. Like the numbers are right there. You know what I mean? Like we're actually seeing tangible proof to say, okay, hey, sneakers are at its either peak or whatever, you know? So it's safe to say that, like, you know, it is at its point. At its peak. So
I'd also mention that it's influence as well. I mean, why else would somebody buy Kanye's shoes, Drake's Air Forces when it's still an Air Force, but it's got Drake's name on it.
Exactly.
The influences too is why a lot of the stuff sells. You know what I'm saying?
100%. Nowadays, that's really all it is like influencers, right? Like you see your favorite artist wearing a shoe, you're like, damn, that shit looks fire on him. Or it's just a fire looking shoe, and it's just like people like that are pushing. I feel like it's just like, corporations aren't dumb. They're signing all these people because they know the crowd that they carry. So like, for example, like Travis Scott, Drake, they have such a big name now, like people love them. Like it doesn't matter. Like
you could throw anything at them,
bro. They can drop a fucking plane, like you said, a white Air Force, and it's gonna sell like that. Why? Because it's under the name. You feel me? Like, it's definitely peaked. I would definitely still think though. I feel like it's gonna like right now. It's like at the like. It's slowed down, it's not booming. I feel like COVID was booming. Yeah. To me, I feel like COVID time.
Oh yeah, easily.
People
that was our biggest sales ever, bro. Yeah. Like of that year, that was our best sales year.
Yep.
Like literally, and I feel like right now, I was actually talking to a buddy of mine, actually today about it that this year we were expecting so much better because we did so good last year.
Right.
But it didn't do as good. Yeah. Like literally last year was like great, you know. Now this year we're like, oh, it's gonna be better.
Yeah, man.
No, it wasn't. It just this if anything, this was the year where we started noticing sneakers like just the popularity kind of starting to go a little bit more down.
Right.
There's not a lot of people doing TikToks as much anymore on the TikTok. The TikTok sneaker scenes kind of died off lately.
Yeah.
Shoes, they're not as profitable as they used to be before.
It's not. Yeah.
And the colorways they've been doing hasn't been, hitting the same.
It's kind of just killing it, right?
Yeah, like, exactly. Yeah. Obviously at its peak, I would say it was like when Virgil did the Off-Whites, when he first came in. And that was like different type of vibe that, something new was coming into the market.
Right.
And now we're like trying to figure out, okay, what's that new thing?
Yeah, we keep expecting it. We keep expecting another 10.
Like we're like, oh, it's just another off. Like we're just dropping another Off-White. Like when is it the time that we're gonna see like another thing like that? Like, like either be another designer, or whether it be another brand, whether it be something different. You know what I mean? Like
right.
Like that was like something that it just changed it changed collabs forever. Because now you see like I'm a Munir doing stuff, Union doing stuff, and I feel like that all led up. With Off-White doing that, that brand doing it.
Yeah.
So I kind of want to see like what's that next big thing that's gonna like do that,
Yeah, it's no telling really. Like it's so much stuff, like people love collecting, people love just the hype of shit, So it's really hard to tell what could be the next thing to hop on, right? I honestly think sneakers will be forever. I feel like there'll always be a market for it.
Yeah.
Even when it's slow. Or when it's just like, it's like a roller coaster, you feel me? Like, I feel like there's been times before where the market was dead, especially if you've been in it for a while. A lot of times back then.
You see the trend.
Yeah, you see the trend. And there wasn't really resellers back then like that. It was just more of collectors. So people were just buying to collect. Like, oh, you have a shoe I want, I'll take it.
Yeah,
exactly.
It wasn't like, hey, I have 20 pairs of Chicago's for you. Like, it was weird.
Yeah, that wasn't.
I was like, you have 20 pairs of Chicago's? Like, why?
And then you got your people who... And this goes into anything, whether it was like Forex, Pyramids, gives reselling shoes. You got your people who are going to do it for a mountain time. Yeah. They realize they can't do it. They don't know how to do it. They couldn't get plugged in. They did network. And then they stop and they die off.
Exactly.
So you got a lot of those.
You got a lot. Yeah. That is sad too, that you got a lot of people that just hopped on it because it was like, oh, damn, I can make a quick buck. You feel me? But for the people that know, this isn't just, it's not just, oh, I'm going to hop on and just get plugged in. Like, nah, like this is years of relationships. This is years of, kind of like knowing the product and stuff like that. So it's just more of, like I said, it's not as easy as people think it is. And I've seen a lot of people, let's say, buy like 10 Pandas and they expect like, oh, I'm finna sell those like that. But if you're not selling a Panda at a store, like good luck. Like, that's all I'm gonna say. Like,
because why else would just a random person buy 10 pairs if it's not for them to wear?
Exactly.
You got to be plugged in with these stores and supply them. And obviously, like you said, relationships are important. So every once in a while, cut them a break. Give them a good deal and stuff like that.
Like I said, man, like just go out there and just present yourself. Present yourself right. Talk to people. Like that's really the key to all this. Like I didn't get to lab, like I said, with a degree. I got there because I built a relationship and, just with like experience of like, something that I love doing. So it was just more of like, just really just shooting your shot out there and just, trying it. And I see it now too. Like I have a lot of people come in the shop and they just want to be there to chop it up.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, pull up, you know, like I always say, I'm down to talk about shoes at work. You feel me? I can talk about it 100%, but when I'm off work, bro, I'm just like, I'm tired. Like, I'm ready. Like, you know, come to the shop, you know, we'll talk about whatever you want shoe wise, you know, I'm down, you know. So,
and I heard you say that you were also a collector too, more than a reseller. So for you being a collector these days, how do you feel it's been for you getting the shoes you've wanted, actually, now that it's a low time to buy?
Yeah. Honestly, it's great. Like I said, especially working at a shoe store, it's such a perk. We do get a lot of good shoes for really great deals. I'm going to be real. I'm picky as fuck. Like now, especially now, just like I was telling, like I said with her, bro, we all started collecting. We were young. We were like middle school, high school to now, you know, I'm 26. And you definitely see how much it changes. I would say I've always been Jordan. Like Jordan's always been my favorite. Not anything Nike's been my favorite. I never wore Yeezys, like the Adidas ones. I never got in that trend. I only have one pair of Yeezys because it was a gift from Landon. The mauves, the 700s. And I actually love that colorway. I love the brown with the little electric green. But honestly, like I said, I'm very picky with it now just because I'm not looking for a lot, bro. Like there's certain things now that I want. Don't get me wrong, I love a lot of it, but most of the time I'm wearing the same shit. I'm wearing like cargos with like these unions, or I really love wearing ones, fours, of course. Before the ones and fours trend, trust me, like
I think we can all say that we all know, me, you, and Hebreb, that all these retros and stuff that they're bringing back now, it's kind of like everybody just thinks we just hopped on the wave, but we've actually been wearing these from back in the day, you know, the 04 Cool Grays to like the 01s, the what do you say, the vintage Jordans.
Yeah, I still have my 06 Lightnings. Like,
so you see, like,
still got those. You feel me? Like,
you see, but like how all these resellers, these new kids, these TikTokers, they've all hopped on this new generation, this new wave, and then all these colorways that they're just popping out. All these sixes with just different colors, you know what I'm saying, and then fours and threes and stuff like that. And then now they're trying to bring back the vintage because everybody's into the vintage
now.
So it's just crazy because like the collectors. Like we said, it's a good time to buy because we're still collecting.
Exactly.
But as for us, as liking the shoe, they're destroying. Like for them to bring out the Lightnings again, like,
bro, that broke my heart, dog.
It sucks. Damn, because it's like I literally
owning the 06 pair and the Lightnings are coming. I was like, what?
I was like, flex, dude.
And I have the Thunders too, the 2012 ones.
Yeah, so
and they're bringing those out next year. I was like, bro.
It's like, what's the point? I paid up on this, and now it's like,
and those were like unicorns. Like for the people who don't know, like anything like Facebox, black and silver box era Jordan is the best Jordan era. Like I like those even more than some of the OGs, to be real with y'all. Like 85, you know, I respect it. I love all about it. Like same with like 99s. I love 99 cement fours, bread fours. I owned a couple of them back in the day. But something about the Facebox era,
those colorways they were making,
the early 2000s,
like they were making actually like really good
bro.
colorways.
It's almost like they like added like just like flavor to the
like you would think they're like original colorways, like 85, like all like you're saying, but they're not.
No,
they're actually really like good.
They were really good.
Quality was good too.
Exactly.
Like, and if you had those shoes, you were the shit. Now now it's like, you got old shoes,
bro. When the homies would pull up, and like when I was in middle school, and I had homies pull up, and like let's say, what was it, Raging Bull? When that was like good red suede, you feel me? It was like, damn, like what the
like
fuck?
that was a
the Old Love You Love pack. I was
DMPs, stuff like that.
Yeah, the packs, bro. I wish they would bring packs back. Like
good ones though.
Yeah, good packs.
Not like the ones they do nowadays.
Like they throw a bullshit Jordan 34.
Exactly. Exactly. Like how they did on those Pantones.
Oh my God. Horrible.
Yeah.
No, like
bullshit together.
Give us back like DMP pack. Like, oh my God. Like those 11s like are crazy. Like 11s with the 6. Jordan 6 is my favorite silhouette. I'll say Jordan 4 is my first favorite. Then Jordan 6, then Jordan 1, I would say is my favorite. But because my first shoes were like varsity red 6s. First pair of shoes that I bought for myself in 8th grade. And they're actually a full size smaller than what I had to wear, but I didn't give a fuck. I was like, I
paid for these.
Bro, I needed them so bad just because the quality on that shoe is so good. Anybody that owns a varsity red 6 from 2010 knows. Yeah.
It cannot be. I think it's probably one of the best 6s of the decade if it comes to being a classic and like a Bulls colorway. You know what I'm saying? Like Jordan actually wore it.
Yeah, you know so it's such a good, like, I feel like that's what I'm still in it for, is just the quality of the older stuff. Like I said, I'm very picky with it. a lot of stuff that I'm hunting now is like older shit that I couldn't get when I was in middle school. Just because it's like you don't get that quality anymore. You feel me? Definitely. Like even if you say like, oh, it's premium quality, like the Alma Manier 4 is like beautiful shoe, but I've seen way better quality like shoes, bro. Get a 2011 Band 1 with the X on the back. That's quality.
I don't think they could do it as like you said, that one and then the shattered backboard. I don't think everything after the shattered backboard, the first one, I think they've just tried too hard.
Yeah, too much. I'll say the Taxi, the new one, I'll say that one, they kind of like are like, okay.
They kind of got close again.
They kind of got close, you know, but it's, you could just tell, like, and even when those shoes age, bro, they age so well. It's almost like, wow, like, you know, like it even looks better now. Like, it's funny. I actually bought a Fragment 1, your Fragment from
So I remember that. Yeah. But didn't you trade like
a bunch
mochas?
of shit? I traded. So at the time I had like over 30 pair of mochas because this mocha ones. I was like, bro, this is hot. Because if you can't afford a Travis Scott, you can afford a mocha one.
Yeah.
So I bought a bunch of them, and then I took a couple.
Still have those?
Nah, they're all gone, bro.
You don't have the fragments no more?
Oh no, the mochas. The mochas are gone. The fragment, bro, what?
I was like,
no, the fragments are in the closet. You know,
never leaving.
No, never leaving. Because that's one shoe, bro, that I always wanted. And I told the people that know me, I always told them, I was like, nah, bro, I don't think I'll ever get that shoe. There's no way I'll get it. You feel me? Like, it's so expensive. At the time, they were like $2,000 to $3,000, which is expensive.
And they went up now.
Yeah.
Like 4 or 5.
Yeah, they're like 4 or 5. I think the pair you had was like at 3, if I'm correct. It was like $3,000. But again, store credit is always super helpful. I came in with really good trades too. I got rid of an MCA, which I ended up getting back. I got one back. A bunch of mochas, a whole lot of good shit in the 10.5.
Yeah.
But I really wanted that fragment. I didn't care. And I made it happen, bro. I remember I went once and then, you know, the offer still wasn't like, okay, I need to bring some more shit in.
Yeah.
So I went to go get a little bit more shit. And then we were able to make it happen. But like that's back to that shoe. Like that's a shoe that you could say that the quality is worthy.
Yeah, I love
it's
that
so
shoe,
good.
man.
Yeah, same, man.
Yeah, it's not even like being a hype beast, but that shoe is really nice, dude.
It's really nice, and it's the first Jordan 1 that they introduced with that cut. With I don't know, a lot of people know that.
Yeah,
it's like, you know, the.
It's when they started doing the it wasn't reimagine. It was the what was it called, bro? That whenever like they changed the name. It
was like
when they started doing that premium. Now that's when they bumped up the prices.
Yeah.
To shoes. They bumped up the prices, like to the retail.
Yep.
I can't remember what it was called. There was like this name.
It was like a not reimagined, but like remastered.
Remastered.
Yeah.
Remastered. Yeah, that's exactly what it was. Whenever they were doing the whole remastered thing. And then I remember the shoe after that, I think it was like Jordan 4. What was it, bro? It was like a white. It looked like a white Oreo, but it was navy. It was like white Jordan 4 white navy with it was all white basically.
The Pure Money?
No, it was navy.
Oh,
white with the navy.
Columbia?
I think it was the Columbia Force, and they had like that pebbled, pebbled leather on it. Remember that grainy.
And they dropped the Oreo too.
Yeah, exactly. So
I can't believe they brought those back. Like that's crazy.
And you notice that they're not even around in this market anymore.
No, you don't see
the
those.
White Oreos.
No
the white Oreos popping.
Those are unicorns now. Like you'll see one, and it's probably cooked if you find it.
Yeah.
Like that's the sad part. Like it's cooked. But yeah, man. Like
those
I said,
remastered times, dude.
That's just what I really be in and now. Just, you know, the hunt for some of the shit I can't find, and then when you find it, it's like, whoa. It's like, damn, I finally have it.
And then now they're doing this whole new reimagine thing.
Yeah.
The reimagine. Okay, so it was remastered now.
And now it's reimagined. Yeah.
So now what they're doing is they're bringing like that vintage into the shoes. So instead of like going back or instead of adding the quality or, you know, because the whole remaster, I feel like that whole remaster thing was BS just to increase the price of the shoes.
Oh, yeah. That's what it is.
100%.
That's what it is.
So now they're doing the whole reimagine thing and they're basically making everything look vintage now.
Yeah.
So now we're having those 3s coming out. You saw them already on the news.
The white cements.
The white cement 3s are bringing them back out.
That's my favorite, my second favorite shoe. I'll say I think the Varsity Red is my favorite. The white cement 3 is my second favorite. To me, that's like one of the top shoes ever.
What do you think about them doing the reimagine thing, like the theme? Like they're starting to push that now.
Yeah.
What do you think? Is it a good move for Jordan or is it a bad move for Jordan?
It's a good move for Jordan. Don't get me wrong. Because you could wear the shoe at the age, like make it look aged, you feel me? And not have to worry about it crumbling on you, especially like 3s and 4s.
Yeah.
Those are the main ones to fall apart first because of the air bubble.
Yeah.
Yeah, the air bubble dries out, it's done.
You don't got to do all this, like what people are doing, all these customizations
and restoration.
Exactly.
But I do,
making it look old.
I do hate seeing it though, because I feel like I feel like the point of a shoe getting vintage is you wearing it.
Yeah, you doing it.
You wearing
and then now it's already coming like pre-worn.
Yeah, and it gets to that. Yeah, you feel me? So it kind of kills the whole purpose, right? I still think that shoe, that White Cement 3, is going to be the shoe of the year next year, in my opinion.
Like you're already calling it early.
Yeah. I don't give a fuck if there's like 100 collabs. It's a White Cement 3. You feel me?
No, I mean, it's, I would say definitely probably like best like retro for sure. Like I'm not gonna say best shoe yet because we don't even know yet.
Yeah,
like
I'm so biased to that shoe, bro. It's like I don't care. Like
so, I do different things. I do like best hype sneaker. Or I'll do like best re-release or best retro, best re-release or whatever. But I definitely have that like as best like re-release.
Oh yeah, true. Okay,
like best re-release like
kind of like Chicago.
That basically, like basically like that was the like it was an OG colorway and then they did it. You know, so and then I have like best collabs and all that stuff. But I definitely have that as best re-release / retro for sure.
Yeah, 100%. I feel like best collab would definitely probably be some Off-White still. I feel like I don't know if you guys saw when they introduced at the MCA thing, all the new colorways that are some of them samples, but some of them are coming out. Of the Air Force, they had like a red one. They had like a fucking.
It was like an art show, right?
Yeah.
Wait, you're talking about from Art Basel or what?
No, it's not Art Basel. It's an actual MCA where he dropped the first blueprint.
Yeah. How long ago was this?
Like last week.
Yeah. Oh, okay, so new colorways are on there.
Yeah, new colorways.
I did see that. I don't know if you saw. There was a picture of Virgil's wife
wearing
the Bread Force. Dude,
man, I still don't think we'll get those.
Here we go.
But if that shoe were to drop, that one would be like neck and neck with me at the White Cement 3. I'm still picking White Cement 3.
Wait, for what? For what? Like
shoe of the year. Let's say that shoe drops next year.
I call that my sneaker of the day game. Like, I love those, dude.
Yeah, I mean, it's a Bread 4, right? Like,
I love, and for me, like Bread Force is my favorite like shoe of like all time.
Yeah,
like, as far as like Jordan colorway.
Yeah,
like OG. Bread Force.
Of course. This man has been on that Off-White Bread Force since the beginning of
I love Bread Force, dude. I love Bread Force.
I love Bread Force too.
And it's because red's my favorite color. Okay. That's why SOLEPLIER, our logo was original one was red.
Black and red, right?
And I love red and I love fours and I mean that's it's
perfect.
Perfect.
Okay. Bread Force is up there for me. Still White Cement 3 to me is the best to me. Second best. Varsity Red holds it down just because of that nostalgia with it. And then I would have to say after that, Black Cement 3, White Cement 4. Sure.
Yeah, no, White Cement 4.
That shoe, I hope they never drop that again. Like 20 years.
What the
White Cement 4, yeah.
Watch. I bet you anything.
They're gonna do a reimagine cream sole, all that stuff.
They gotta stop.
But you know that shit would be dope though.
It would. Y'all would still.
Y'all would 3 pairs.
Y'all would still cop it. Yeah, I was about to say. So y'all would still cop it.
I was like, I hate it, but I'm still buying that shit. Same with the Lightning. Like I hate it, but I bought one. I got it early too.
Yeah, you got to get that one,
bro. As soon as one came in the shop, I was like, yo.
Yeah, best retro of that year.
Yeah,
for sure.
What was that? 20 or
2020, 2021,
or 19?
One of those years.
2 years ago.
It was when the fours were going crazy.
Did it go by quick?
Yeah. Time is flying.
So it wasn't last year. Lightning 4s dropped last year.
2021.
Yeah, 21.
Okay.
That was 2020.
And the Cool Gray was what 2020.
Yeah.
Cool Gray 4. That was another banger. Slept on too.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That one was
that shoe.
They killed it on that one.
Yeah. So good.
And now we actually got the Legend Blue coming out for the new year.
Oh yeah.
With the high cut. That one's gonna be a classic too.
Yeah, I'm hyped to see these, man. But they need to bring them back how they were, like with the slide out box too. You feel me? Like
that one, that was clean. A little annoying when you try to.
Yeah, it is. It is annoying.
The thing is that they're doing the OG. That's the OG box.
Yeah.
Do you not like that, or is it you just kind of like? I think we just got used to it.
I honestly prefer the slide out box because I grew up in that age. I
know that's what I'm saying. Like we got used to it, and it's just like nostalgic to us.
Exactly.
And then now we're seeing these new boxes.
We're seeing all this,
but these are the original ones now. People that the OG heads that were like seeing these when the 11s first came out are the ones like, oh shit.
Oh yeah.
Like, this is what I was seeing at the sneaker shops when these when
exactly.
These
I mean,
out.
For that, I respect that 100%. But I don't like it though. I feel
it's cheap, and I feel like because the weird thing that it's that the price tag was this. Like I think they're the same. They were the same, like with all the extra boxes.
Yeah.
And I feel like they just kind of use that as an excuse to lower the price or to keep the price same, but lower the quality.
That's
of the
exactly
box.
what it is, bro. They're like,
you know what I mean? Like
they're
like
people want the old shit, But
we'll save ourselves a couple dollars.
Yeah, like we don't even have to pay for the box, you know?
Like we don't got to add the slide-in little thing on there. We add the extra paper, that carbon fiber paper, remember?
Exactly, yeah.
The carbon fiber paper.
I'm a fan of the boxes, bro. Like, I love all the boxes. I don't have no drop face boxes at my crib. Like, just because I hate it, all the sneaker collections I see all look the same.
Yeah.
All you see is drop face boxes. I'm like, I don't know what the fuck you got. Yeah. You know, you could have 100 pair of the same shoe and I can't tell. You feel me? Like, so I really hate that it's just like the norm now to see drop face boxes. No diss. You know, the people that have it, I get it. It's more convenient.
There's still people that have collections of drop face boxes?
Yeah. I know a lot of people that have.
I don't.
Bro,
it's normally just like off-white. And it's...
Bro, you look at people's rooms, they have an off-white rug with the drop face boxes. Couple COS toys on the side, and that's it. It's the same room. Jersey. It's the same room everywhere. No diss, you know. It's fire, but
you just want to be different.
I love going into a collection and you're like, holy fuck! Like you see the box and you're like, you got those? Like, you have those? Like, it does suck though because some of the boxes are older and like they'll fall apart. But
I love.
You separate them right.
I love seeing different stuff, bro. I tell all the time when we go to like these sneaker conventions and stuff. I just like seeing like different stuff. Like,
you see the same damn 10 tables with pandas and
pandas, triple off-whites, like all that. I mean, it's cool. Don't get me wrong, but I mean, it's crazy because like a lot of like the old heads, they're the ones saying like, all y'all sneakerheads got all the same thing. Like, you know what I mean? Like I'm like, bro, like I know I'm young and everything compared to all these other dudes, but like I legitimately like all this other stuff that you know you like too, and then you know,
I think we all kind of were in the right time of sneakers.
2010
when the
era, like
basketball, basketball, like that was like
right before it.
Yeah, because think about things prior to that. It was just really just Jordans, but it wasn't crazy like that.
Yeah,
you know. Then you had like from 06 to 10, it was like you had the pigeon release. Then you had like
the
moving up the SBs and stuff like that, and then you had it going into 2010. You had the return of the cool grays. Now the retros are coming back.
Yeah,
and that's where I guess we just fit in the perfect time in the sneaker era until now where. They won't, this new era, this new generation going into 2030, they won't understand what we went through.
No way.
Touching on that, I think what he was saying, like we were at the perfect time was because there was always a market for everything. So like there was, SBs were hot.
Yeah.
Like it had its own market. Like it wasn't like hot.
Yeah, but it was like
it had its own market. Like, I mean, I don't know if you remember the group NDSBG.
Was it like near desk something?
It's something to do with SBs. Like it was really an SB group. It was really popular in Facebook.
Yeah.
So there was that group, and then they had like obviously the Jordan ones.
Flight Club.
Yeah. They had the Jordan heads.
Yeah.
But like everything was still popular.
Yeah.
Like stuff was still reselling.
Yeah.
Now it's like everyone's on Jordan 4s and Dunks.
Yeah.
It's like that's what's hot.
Yeah.
Like there's not much of those niche groups anymore.
Exactly.
Like, these are the SB collectors. Yeah. You have other people, but like they're starting to kind of like, for example, we were talking about the 85 group. Now everyone's starting to do the whole 85 group now.
Yeah.
You know, like people were like they're into the 85s.
Yeah.
But like back then it was like everything was hot.
Yeah.
Like it wasn't just one thing that was hot.
Yeah.
Like right now, only thing technically height wise that's hot is 4s and Dunks.
Yep.
Everything over there was like you had your people that still were Freddy Kruegers, you know, stuff like that.
Even
SBs.
designers, like you could get designers.
Balenciaga
arenas.
Like now it's like
Margellas.
That's when they were actually reselling.
Yeah,
like,
Margellas,
remember, I remember I would buy those Margellas.
The ones with the strap.
Yeah,
God,
the Yeezy Tour ones. Those
the Goku
with the fur,
shoe, bro. Yeah, I remember that shit. I was at the arenas, the ones that like were like a ramp.
The arenas, I remember. I'd flip those, dude. Those were flipping.
Yeah, those were flipping.
And that's what I'm saying. That like back then, like everything was had its own niche, and it was still hot. Everything was hot,
bro.
SBs, designers
back then.
Like you said, everything.
Back then, I remember like at events, you could find a Freddy Krueger for like $800.
Yeah.
And you'd have 3 other guys that had the same one, like different size. Like,
if anything, we were saying, goddamn, there's too many. What are those? What the Dunks?
Yeah.
Too many Krugers. Now you can't find that shit here.
Dog, a Freddy Krueger back then, like people were trading like like stupid shit. Now, like if you were to look at it, like it's crazy that it's a $20,000 shoe. But back then, I would be like, people were passing on it. Like, I don't want your Freddy Krueger.
And you know what's
crazy?
Because
the SB market was sold down.
Yeah. And then you know what's crazy too is that you just had to go off the top of your head of what you thought your shoes were worth. There was no StockX. Oh, okay, this is actually how much is it worth.
It was what you were willing to pay.
Exactly. Either willing to pay or willing to give up. You know?
And then back then, $1,000 for a shoe was fucking crazy.
Exactly.
Like you're insane.
That was like Grail.
Yeah, that's like, oh, you finna get like some Yeezys, like Nike Yeezys or some fucking, even mags were like 5K tops.
Yeah, like 3, 4. I would say it's consistently 3 to 4. Now like 30.
Oh, easily 30 if you can even find them.
Yeah. So no, dude. Like I said, everything was definitely popular at the time. Nike basketball too. On top of that,
that's when that shit was.
That's
reselling.
what I'm saying. Like right now, it's like, oh, there's only 1 or 2 models.
Best time to buy LeBrons.
Yeah, now no one's buying LeBrons or no one's buying Nike basketball shoes.
Bro, I used to rock LeBrons,
and everything was just
like
so
crazy, like Big Bangs.
Yeah, I went to school. I mean, bro, like high school, that was the
shit. South Beaches. You were fly. You had South Beaches on. Hell yeah. I was like, damn, or foam posits, bro.
The Galaxy ones. Like I remember. This is a time when everyone was wearing those Galaxy sweaters. I don't. I'll probably pull up a picture.
Like with
everyone
the
was wearing the full Galaxy fit. Remember with the laces and everything, dude? It was like probably cringe now.
Yeah.
I probably
it'd be different.
You'd probably get clown.
You
probably get clown now wearing that like a full Galaxy fit. But that was hot back then, dude.
Yeah, no,
right?
No, you're right. Like you said too with the Nike basketball. You had the fits with the South Beaches. You had the fits with the Big Bags, the Kobe's.
Oh, the Nike,
the Grinches, all that. You had it all together where they had the superhero collab, all that stuff.
I'm gonna be real. Like me growing up, like in middle school too, like especially like out here, like I grew up in the hood, like hood part of Garland, you would say.
Yeah.
And we would always we'd have a polo for any shoe that matched it, or foam posit Jordan, didn't matter, with Levi's 501s, and they were starched, crispy as fuck, tucked in the shoe, bro. Like that was it. Like that was like I wasn't wearing no like, you know, head to toe down. Like hell nah. Like we would polo down. You feel me? Like polos, that was just the thing. Yeah,
those were the go-tos at the time.
Bro, what, the polo boots? Yeah, it was just like I said, it's what we grew up on. You feel me? Like white tees too, you know, just with like some Dickies and shit.
No,
like,
he's right. He's right. For me, it was like a white polo with like the little blue.
Yeah, little blue.
With the little blue. And then some 501 jeans, and then I just wear some True Blue 3s.
Bro, we were bad as fuck in middle school.
Like that was heat.
We used to just like go to the outlets and just steal this shit. Like Allen, we just run in there, bro. This is like a whole different time, like middle school time. And it was just like, bro, it was just the norm. You feel me? Like, or the homies would go get it, be like, oh, yo, what size polo you wearing? Like large, XL, cool, let's go get it. And that was it. And it was just like, it's crazy what it was. You feel me?
Yeah.
It was just like I said, just growing up in that side of town, it was just what you were used to. But everybody had like those fly kicks on, and that's what got me into it. Just I got influenced through people that I just grew up around, wearing always like, oh damn, like my cousins had some J's that I wanted.
Yeah.
But I could never afford them, you feel me, till now, you feel me?
Yeah.
That's why I'm going back and grabbing shit that I couldn't afford back then and grabbing it now.
Yeah, no, for me, it was the influence from middle school, just seeing people like wearing stuff like that. Because I mean, I'm Mexican, so like my parents never bought me, like, I didn't even know what Jordans were until like middle school, dude.
Yeah, same thing, Mexican. So, anybody that, like, the Mexican community, like, a lot of us were into Jordans, you feel me?
Yeah,
like, Jordans, it was like
did not know anything about Jordans.
Yeah, Air Max.
Literally nothing. And from like my parents were buying me like those not even real Chucks, bro. Like they were Levi Chucks.
Oh,
like they were literally Converse.
Yeah. With the Levi tag.
With the Levi tag, they're Levi Converse. Like they were literally have the. They would have those Levi tag, the ones that are on the back, and that's like in the side of the shoe. It was like so weird, and they're from like Ross, bro.
I don't even feel bad now because my mom was on the same shit. I was like, what? Like you get one pair of shoes for the year.
Ross was the go-to. Yes,
get them Swiss Armies.
Yeah, and then they better fit. Like I did have like Fila's. Remember when Fila's had the strap ones, Fat Farms too? I had a brown pair of Fat Farms, bro. I thought it was a shit. In middle school, dog, you couldn't touch me. I thought I was so fly, bro, but it's so funny though. Like,
no, but things changed. Then, like I said, I started seeing people like wear the Jordans and stuff like that.
Yeah,
and that was when the time when like Obey was really popular.
Oh yeah, the swag era,
Diamond Supply, the YOLO era.
I'm gonna be real. I never wore Obey. I'm gonna keep it 100, but I did wear Diamond.
Diamond, like
because the homies at Zoomies would always be like, "Yo, like you carry it." You feel me? But Obey, I just
$40, $50 tee,
like that was a flex. That was like Supreme for us.
Yeah, exactly. That was like Supreme. Yeah,
that was like Supreme. Like, and then we got put on to Supreme. Like that whole Tyler the Creator era, Hot Future era, put Supreme on really. Because nobody was rocking that shit before that. Like, no, it wasn't. Real. No, if you weren't a skater, you weren't rocking that shit.
Yeah,
like, you know, like
if you're not for that culture,
then you know. And 5 panels, like nobody was wearing them hoes. Like, Tyler was wearing them.
The
shit.
5 panels, dude. Oh my god, dude.
Yeah, so that era too was so dope. That was like early high school.
Yeah.
So that was my favorite time. I'd say like 2012 for me. That's when I went to high school. Yeah, 2012 was super dope because like music was real fire too. We got like ASAP Mob came out, Kendrick Lamar and all those fools came out. Like TDE came out, That whole era, I think, of hip hop and shoes and just I feel like that was such a great time.
It was the right time, right place.
Yeah, bro.
Everything was like I said, everything was popular. The music was popular.
Shoes were booming.
Shoes were booming.
We used to get on like Kicks on Fire.
Kicks on Fire, Nike Talk.
Nike Talk, yeah.
Nike Talk. I didn't really get much on the Nike Talk, but I heard it was like a big thing.
Oh, yeah. I'm
huge thing.
I wasn't in that time.
Soul Collector.
Yeah, Soul Collector, yeah.
Like all those things.
The
like,
Facebook groups, bro.
Facebook groups, that was my go-to.
Are undefeated.
Facebook group was like #1 for me.
100%. Bro, like, shit would just go down. Like,
the beef. The beefs,
bro.
He sold me the sneaker battles. He sold me this fake shoe, that.
Yeah, I remember the groups too. Like dudes had like sneaker groups, like clans, almost like I call it.
He was in one.
Oh, which one?
It was what was it called, Eden?
Which one?
You were in a sneaker group. Eden.
Team DS.
Team DS.
Team DS.
He was in Team DS.
Cream Team.
Bro.
If you know, you know. If you're from Dallas,
bro, those were like like you said, it was a clan. It was like it was like basically you being in a mob.
Yeah.
Just sneakers.
Yeah, it's like Call of Duty shit. Like you got FaZe, you got Optic, same thing. With shoes.
Like I got the best shoes.
And motherfuckers,
like, I'm in Team DS or Team Cream.
Motherfuckers would show up to sneaker like Kicks 101s and Kickspos, and they had their booth. Like
they'd be in the booth.
Iced out.
Yeah. He'd be hostile. You're over there looking at the other dude like damn,
like bro, you got DMP 11s, like what? Like like shit like that.
Yeah,
they hated each other. Like it was like a competition.
It was a good time. I mean,
I was never in one. Like me and my homies would just collect, but at that time I was still young, so I wasn't buying like how I am now. But the motherfuckers that are like older and like were buying, I was like, holy shit.
Were you like I want to join Cream Team?
Nah, man. I mean, I knew some homies from Cream Team. Like shout out to them. I like their pictures though. I think they were the first ones.
Pictures. They were like,
bro, they were
the
like
Instagram pictures, dude.
They were like the first ones to do the shoes.
Take the pictures like with the Galaxy 4s. And
they were killing
the crazy laces with the
lace swaps and shit.
They had their own even custom lace locks, dude.
Yeah,
and it said cream on there. Yeah,
and they was selling them to be like, yo, a lot of. I remember this was big time for like sneaker restores too. Like everybody was into restoring shoes.
Sneaker Spectrum.
Yeah,
or not. It wasn't sneaker. What's his name, Eden? That is a let's get into it. Retro sneakers. Yeah, all those foods, like they were all like it was such a big thing. Like sneakers was such a big thing.
It was crazy.
Small group of people, but the clans,
nostalgic for sure.
Yeah, the clans, like it was so fire. Like dude, like damn, Team D. Like what do you say, Team DS?
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. We actually we won an award one year.
T-shirts or Team DS.
Team DS shirt.
It was like prideful, dude.
We tried to do the Supreme shit, and
I'll pull up a picture. We'll pull up a picture on here. Eden, he's like over here posing like with his like little mullet he has with his hat. He's wearing like a little Team DS t-shirt. We're gonna pull it up on here actually.
And we were all pulling up in Roche runs and shit. Y'all remember?
Oh, the Roshi runs. Oh, that's what I'm saying, dude. Like stuff, like everything was hot. Like it was Roshis and fucking Nike basketball.
That was when shoes were like it didn't matter what they were dropping. That shit was fire.
Like it was just like everything was hot. Like, it had its own different colorways. The cheetah Roshi runs.
I think an underrated shoe back in the day was the Paranorms. I think that was like the top.
The foam posit.
Foam posit. Oh, that was the top. One of the top Nike basketball.
Hell yeah.
Like heaters.
Such a rare shoe.
Still to this day.
People had the Galaxy, but like, I have the Paranormans with the accessories.
Yeah,
like,
they would shit on you with selling.
Yeah, like, I got Paranormans. Like, what? A lot of old SBs too. Like, I remember seeing a lot of skunks back then.
They weren't hot. I mean, they were
hot, but not hot.
But they weren't expensive.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm telling you, bro. You could literally probably trade a skunk for Freddy Krueger if you wanted to.
Basically.
That's how bad it was.
Yeah.
Like
Tiffany SBs.
Yeah, like
Tiffany SBs are like what, $400, $500.
Yeah, Tiffany SBs. We were trading fucking like GR shit for.
Yeah, like I'll give you I'll give you a Space Jam and a Bread 11.
Or like a 09 Space Jam.
Yeah.
Beautiful fucking shoe.
Yeah.
You could probably get a Freddy Krueger with that trade. Like, that's how crazy it was.
Nah, dude.
No, this is the brand. I'm like throwing shots at the brand. I just hate seeing that shit's like 20K. I'm like, bro, like the amount of pairs we passed up on. We passed up on so many pairs, bro, that we could have just been like, damn, I could have had this.
No, hopefully it changes up, dude. Hopefully the community changes up. I don't think so. It's gonna happen. I mean,
not anytime soon.
Not anytime soon.
Not anytime soon. But I mean, how people say all the time, like history kind of repeats itself.
Yeah.
I mean, just how like vintage shirts are like really popular right now, and again, I think that's why
Baggy's back. It was skinny jeans a few years ago. Then prior to that,
we
it
were all
was
wearing
baggy.
skinny jeans.
I could
Remember
never do
middle
it.
school?
I was big.
Adding
I
on
could never
to
wear
oh,
yeah.
no,
No, hell no. No skinny
well,
jeans.
I did. Bro,
tell you,
for me, I was like,
501.
I just I try to just look cool.
Yeah, facts.
And just look fresh.
Yeah. I had what's it called? I used to wear a lot of jerseys, like throwback jerseys. They're just fire. Oh. Hell yeah, you had to. Yeah, it was a fit with some fire jeans, you feel me? And I used to cuff my shit too, like a pin cuff. The real ones know, bro. Like that's the only way you could show off your shoes with a pin cuff. Yeah, you already know. Yeah, so my boy knows the camera guy.
Hopefully we go back to something like that, dude. Honestly, I'm not gonna say soon because I mean you already know sneaker cons, like you have your sneaker cons, you have your Gotsos, you have your
and
all
shout
that,
out
right?
to them. Yeah, shout out to them. I honestly feel like it's gonna get to a point where only the people that enjoy it are gonna stay in it. Like people who genuinely just love shoes. You feel me? People like I feel like resale will eventually like die out, like for a little bit. Like don't get me wrong, there'll be shit that'll sell, but it's gonna come to a point where it's like, why even do it when you can do other shit?
Yeah.
So like I said, it just if you really like shoes, bro, like us, I can generally say we all love shoes. You'll see that come back. You feel me? You're gonna be like, damn. And you'll probably see your kids now like get into it. You feel me?
Yeah. No, I think that's what happened with like TikTok when when that sneaker boom happened last year during COVID and everything. A lot of like sneaker pages on TikTok started blowing up.
Yeah.
And then they got popular, whatever, doing the sneaker. That remember the all the sneaker meetups, all that. I feel like that was like what made sneakers like popular because it was like a meme / like it was like a collection, and then all these like people started getting into it.
Yeah, it was hot.
And then now like they're not doing it anymore. They were like, oh, they just got caught on the wave, kind of like how that like that trading card thing happened. Remember when it was like a boom, and then it just died out.
Same with like NFTs,
like it's same thing. Like those same people that were making those videos don't do them anymore.
NFTs died out quick.
NFTs died out, like all that stuff.
It was this year. People forget that was this year. Like earlier this year, NFTs were booming, and it died in the same year.
Yeah. So now
to show you how quick trends are fitting out.
Yeah. So the same people that were into it, now they're not into it. So that's what I'm saying. Like, hopefully those same people that we're talking about, the sneaker resellers, the ones that are just strictly just doing it for money, that don't even like sneakers at all. Yeah. They'll eventually like leave. You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely. I feel like the only thing I could say is like, if you're gonna invest in shoes, I'll say what I recommend is like Jordans. Like invest in J's. To me, J's are forever. You feel me? Yeah. Just because of how long they've been here. And some specific like Nike shoes, I just feel like that's something that
Jordan's iconic, dude. I mean, you can't.
Yeah.
Out of everything,
you can't. Yeah, you can't go wrong with it. You feel me? Like, there's always going to be a shoe that someone wants again. Yeah. You feel me? Like, and it just to me that's always going to be a thing.
And the people who wear their sneakers, they're going to beat it up and they're going to want another pair.
Yep. It's just so nostalgic now. You feel me? So. Same with like the Kobe's. We're gonna get to a point where like
the Kobe's.
We're gonna want a lot of those old Kobe's back.
It's a weird space right now with the Kobe's.
Yeah,
it's like they're up, but no one's really buying them like that. Like I don't explain it. Like I mean, I think I think it's. You're not moving a Grinch every single day at the shop, are you?
Nah, and if we do,
but they're expensive.
Yeah, they're expensive, man. Honestly, I hate taking in Kobe's just for that reason that it's like, bro, like. I don't want to have to price a Grinch at 800.
Like they're not gonna move. It's like it's nostalgic. It's
a collector's item.
Yeah.
Kobe being my favorite basketball player ever. Like I mean, I'm sure you had growing up in Cali. You feel me? We grew up watching Kobe. Exactly. I didn't grow up watching Jordan. I grew up watching Kobe. So he's my GOAT. You feel me? I hate seeing also like. That this is why the shoes are like that. You feel me?
Exactly,
like
because
of years prior, years prior, nobody was buying up every Kobe.
Nobody, bro.
It would come here and there, like, oh, cool, he's got it. I'll give you a trade for something. You know what I'm saying? But like,
it was the real Kobe fans that were buying it.
Yeah,
like it was that again. That was when like Nike basketball was already dead, and yeah,
we were just trying. Like for me, bro, I was trying to get like Grinches, like the original ones. At one point, I was like, I want to collect every one of the Prelude pack Kobe.
Exactly.
Oh yeah. But it's so hard.
It's impossible.
It's like you'll never see that again. And it's just like very nostalgic, especially for us. Like I said, growing up in that basketball era of shoes, you know, we were rocking LeBrons like as a fit, not just to, you know,
exactly.
That's when shoes were like basketball shoes were rockable. Like now it's like all technology.
Oh yeah, when the sweats, the freaking sweats were really, you know what I mean? Those zipper sweats and all that stuff.
The tech fleece and all that shit.
The tech fleece, definitely not.
But don't get me wrong. I mean, each shoe to each person, like, you know, some people can pull off things, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm not gonna lie, I still wear LeBrons, you know what I'm saying? Like I love the silhouettes and stuff like that. Yeah, he clowns me for it, but that's
nostalgic, man. Like,
I mean, to each is everybody. Everybody has, they're good. If you're a sneakerhead because you like a sneaker, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Whatever, don't matter what it is.
Yeah, that's the point. And I feel that's how it should be. Like don't wear it because it's hype. You know, if you like a shoe, even if it's like a fucking
Converse.
Yeah. If it's something that's just available, like wear it, you know? Like,
exactly.
Well,
that's the point.
Here's the way I see it, bro. I do see that, like, because I tell them all the time, I'm like, there's some shoes that, like, just don't, they're popular. Don't get me wrong. For example, Jordan 7s, iconic shoe, right?
Yeah.
But they just don't go with today's style.
Yeah, of course not.
Like, that's what I'm saying, that there's certain shoes that, like, they just don't.
That's what you buy for your dad.
Not yet. Not yet. To me, it's always not yet. Like same thing with Jordan 4s. People weren't rocking them because they were too bulky. Like they weren't going with the style.
Yeah, that's true.
Because Jordan 1s came in around the time when skinny jeans were still in.
Yeah.
Right? Like people were like, oh, you can wear a Jordan 1 with some tight ass jeans and it'll like sit on top of the Jordan 1 and it'll look fire, right? But then Jordan 4s came in because why? Because bulky and baggy started coming back.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That true. like I still have love for the 7s.
Yeah.
Would I wear them right now? No, because they just don't go in today's style.
I feel it. I still wear some 7s, to be honest.
Oh well, I mean, just the way I see it,
the way you see
and
it.
I still love 7s and stuff like that. And I tell people all the time, like, hey, like, there's nothing wrong with it, but like, you know, stuff kind of like,
harder to rock.
Yeah, harder to rock, like
today's outfits.
In today's outfits. But that's no love. That's no hate to the sneaker itself. Yeah. Like, you know, like I tell Eden says that I con him with LeBrons and stuff like that. I'm like, yeah, bro. Like, it's because like during that time, like it was, you could wear them with joggers and stuff like that or whatever it was popular at the time. Same thing with like the Galaxy fits I was telling you about. It was easier to wear that. You would get clown. Now wear that, you'll get clown a little bit, you know? So I still love all of them. I still love like the LeBron Big Bangs, the LeBron South Beaches, all that stuff.
The classics.
Would I wear them right now? Probably not. Would I hoop in them? Yeah, under retail, get them for sure.
Hooping in them. Yeah.
So no hate. I mean, people say it all the time. Like, you know, people aren't buying them, but that's just my take.
Yeah.
You know, some shoes just don't go.
You're right though. No, like they drop in these 7s, but no one's gonna buy them unless someone that really wanted that 7 back in the day couldn't get it. Like I still have the original Citrus 7. And then retroing it was crazy. I was like, wow. I was like, that's sick.
You didn't think it was gonna?
Yeah. I haven't gotten a pair. Yeah, I haven't gotten a pair, but because the original pair I still wear it.
Yeah.
And you know, but shit like that, it's like only people that really wanted it or want it again will buy it for sure. But it's so rare.
You got the small group that will ask for it. You got these, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, definitely. But most of the days, if it's not a 4 or a 1 or a dunk, it's not really gonna. Even ones now are like, yo, like we don't want ones.
Yeah. I feel like ones have kind of have like been always popular.
Oh yeah,
and that's because you can always wear with anything, honestly.
Yeah, I'll say like they weren't really popular to me like back in the day, like when we first started. Unless it was like a banger, like you said, like maybe like what would be one from that time that was like like the packs, like the Celtic pack with the bread. That was one that, but I feel like 2013 and up is when they got popular.
Yeah.
Because they introduced the Nike Air one again.
Exactly.
Yeah, no, they stood the test of time.
They had Kanye was wearing White Cement 4s. He brought the Jordans with Jay-Z and stuff like that.
That man is way ahead of his time.
Yeah, he was very influential.
That era. You feel me?
Yeah, no, for sure.
Very.
Hey, bro, thank you for coming.
Yeah, bro, appreciate it.
Again, Steven from the lab. Anything you want to say a little bit before we wrap it up?
Yeah, guys, just check out SOLEPLIER, man. Like I said, these are the homies. They're killing it. Check out the laboratory too. Like I said, anything we can help you guys with, that's what we're here for. Thank you guys for having me. Like I said, it means a lot.
I think it's good that we're doing this because like a lot of the shops are out here in Dallas, and I'm pretty sure everyone knows this. We're not all like,
bro.
You know, really.
It's not even like that. Like how
we're
people
all buddies.
think it is. You know, we're all fucking cool.
It's just we see like ourselves competitive, and we just kind of like just like kind of mug at each other type of thing sometimes. But I feel like this is like one of those like, oh shoot, like these dudes aren't mugging each other, like, you know.
I'm down to, like I said, I'm down to collaborate with anybody. You could be with any other store in Dallas. I love all the stores. Like I said, I'm super hyped for them. Like, I love that there's more of them in the community. And like I said, any way we can help each other grow, that's what we're here for. And I love that we're doing this because I see like a lot of people don't do it. Like you said, a lot of stores for some reason think that they clash because they feel like of the competitive drive that you're saying.
Like they're better than others, but like we're all doing the same thing. You know, we're all trying to do the same thing. We all love sneakers. Like it's the same angle, basically, is what I'm saying.
Exactly. So, like I said, I'm hoping this is like a push to that. You feel me? Like brands don't be scared to, you know, collab with. Can you imagine like if there was like a Nike Adidas collab?
Yeah, shit,
like, bro, that'd be fucking insane. But they don't do it, right?
Yeah, I don't think they will. I don't think they'll ever will.
It's like that rivalry, right?
Yeah.
But, you know, just that's what I'm saying. Just trying to think outside the box.
Yeah, no, for sure, man. Again, thank you for coming.
Always. Appreciate you guys.
Maybe do it next time with Landon,
Let's do it
from the lab. But no, again, thank you for having us, bro. or thank you for coming. Thank you for coming, bro. For real. This actually means a lot to us, and obviously. If you guys are in Dallas, obviously check out the lab. If you guys aren't here, if they don't have what they have, then obviously you guys can come down here. Anything else you want to wrap it up with, Eden?
Just appreciate you, man. Thank you.
Always, man. I appreciate you guys. Like I said, check out SOLEPLIER. They kill it. Their team is one of the best, and everybody's super nice. And like I said, if like Hebreb said, if we don't have it, they have it. So.
Yeah, no, thank you again, and we'll pretty much wrap it up like that. Thank you guys for watching this episode of Solecast. Make sure to subscribe, like, comment down below, and we'll see you guys on the next one.
Peace.